What's happening, guys? The Ganji Gamer here. I decided I'm not gonna voice my mask, mask my voice anymore because the chances of the chances of you guys figuring out who I am is just slim to none. Mainly because the amount of subscribers I'm asking for to actually reveal who I am is more than I actually have on my main channel, which is around 135 subscribers. So it's not that much. So I'm going to tell you two stories today. The first story is the first time I ever smoked weed, and the second story is the first time I ever smoked weed and got high. And that probably sounds very weird, but it happened. So the first story goes like this. I was at he's probably my best friend. His name, I'm not going to tell you his name, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but his name, we'll call him Billy for right now. So I'm over at Billy's house, and we're bored out of our fucking minds. We're just sitting there playing Grand Theft Auto 5, bored out of our minds. There's nothing to do, because at this point, the game was so old. I mean, the game was old to begin with. I mean, the game felt rushed, and I mean, I'm glad they're re-releasing it on the Xbox One. I'm venturing off. I'm high as fuck, that's why. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and he's like, hey man, you want to get high? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you want to smoke? And I was like, what, weed? And he's like, it was kind of like weed. It's called keef. What keef is basically just pure THC crystals that you get off of weed when you grind it. And I was like, alright, that sounds cool. And I was like, did you do it yourself? And he's like, no, I bought it off my dealer. And I was like, the first red flag popped up in my head. No, this is gonna end up so bad because it's not gonna be what you paid for, because I knew who he bought it from. And he's one of the most unreliable dealers that we know. And so what we thought was keef was really just tree bark. I mean, it might have been some low grade keef that didn't get us high. He had smoked weed before me, but this is my first time ever smoking anything. Of course, he didn't know that, but whatever. So we got this really shitty keef. It didn't get us high at all. I mean, we acted stoned towards each other just because we didn't want to let each other down, but whatever, it's stupid. So what happened was we didn't get high, and we just went about our business like nothing happened. I mean, the quote-unquote keef that we had tasted like ass, smelled like ass, looked like ass. It was shit. Alright, so second story about the first time I ever smoked weed and actually got really fucking high. So the story goes like this. I'm not going to mention any names again because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So I was with 3 friends that later turned into 4 friends. I was with we'll call them Johnny, Andy, and Johnny's girlfriend, because it really is Johnny's girlfriend. So we were hanging out at Johnny's house, and we're bored, and we're just sitting there watching Ted. And he's like, hey man, hey guys, you want to get high? And pretty much the same way the first story started out. And we're like, oh hell yeah, man. And me, you know, I was like, well, last time it didn't work, so I'll give it another try. So he gets out this sack of OG Platinum Kush, and I'm like, damn, that shit looks good. And I didn't know what good weed looked like, but I just knew that, hey, this is some good shit, because I come from a line of stoners in my family, and I just knew, it was my instinct, hey, this is some good ass shit. So what happened, man, was we pack a bowl, which was mine. I don't know why I had a pipe at the time. I mean, I had never smoked, but for some reason I had a pipe on me, so we loaded a bowl. I smoked most of it because I'm pretty sure that they knew I had never smoked before and they wanted me to get the full effect. I don't know how they would know that, but whatever. So they let me smoke most of it, and then they got a couple hits themselves. I mean, this is a pretty decent sized bowl. I mean, you could probably fit 2.5 grams in it. So I smoked about 1 gram. And that's for one person, and then the other 3 people smoked 1.5 grams. So I smoked 1 gram by myself, and then the 3 other people smoked 1 gram. So then another guy, who I'm not going to mention the name of, we'll call him Michelle. Michelle showed up with the same kind of weed, and we packed at least 5 more bowls because he had a lot of pipes on him. And we packed at least 5 more bowls, and we all blazed up at the same time, and we were stoned out of our fucking minds. We ended up going skating that night, which was really fun. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and tune in for next time.